Yes, I know. Beautiful rosettas can feel really hard to pour, but once you understand a few key principles, they become much easier. Today, I'm going to show you the core skills that make this pattern possible. There are 3 major things you need to know before you start: when and where to start the pattern, the wiggle, and the tilt. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Before we dive into the 3 main points, I just want to quickly go over what I'm using in this video. I'm using the Meraki, an espresso machine with professional performance and a seamless workflow. You can control the dry and the wet mass, and even the milk temperature, which gives you total consistency. I actually love it. It makes creating these videos for you so much easier. I'm using a 20 ounces milk pitcher and a 10 ounces cup for almost all my patterns, and I recommend getting used to them if you're a barista, because these sizes are used in most coffee shops. If you're unsure about when to start the Rosetta, wait until the cup is at least half full before thinking about the design. If there isn't enough milk in the cup, the spout of your pitcher won't be close enough to the surface to mark the espresso. You might think you need to start at the edge of the cup and move up to the starting point. But actually, you should begin in the center and let the milk flow outward to create the sides of the Rosetta. And finish with a clean, quick cut straight through the center. Most Rosetta mistakes happen during the wiggle, so I made a section that you can screenshot and save for later. Let's start with the grip. The first one I use is the L grip. It's great for beginners because it feels more natural and easier to control. It's mostly guided by your hand and fingers, which makes the movement simpler and less intimidating when you're just starting. Number 2, the V grip. This grip involves placing your index finger and thumb forward on the pitcher's barrel, which puts more of the motion into your elbow instead of your wrist. It can help reduce wrist tension and keep movements smoother when you're doing repetitive pours like Rosettas. I personally add my middle fingers to it as well. If you struggle with the wiggle, practice with water first to get used to the movement. Fill the cup and repeat it a few times. The faster you wiggle, the thinner and more delicate your leaves will be. Just don't overthink it. Practice makes that motion feel natural. And try to keep your pitcher straight. Keep your arm close to your chest so you get a clear overhead view of the pour. Now let's talk about the tilt. Tilting the cup helps the milk stay on the surface instead of sinking. A slight tilt gives you more space to build your pattern and keeps the Rosetta clean. As the cup fills, slowly bring it back to flat, and you should think of the tilt as your support. It guides the milk, but you stay in control. Once again, if you're not used to it, try practicing with water first. I did it myself, and I still teach it this way. It's simpler than it looks. If you don't tilt the cup, the milk can't sit on the surface, and you'll end up without enough time or space to create the Rosetta. Be patient with yourself, practice a little every day, and enjoy the process. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.